Oh, so what's going on? It's your boy Chris back. Just watched that Diddy joint. Crazy. I know them lawsuits is coming, but a lot of things going on when it comes to this Diddy situation. Free Diddy. The guy's a freak. The guy lives by bad morals. He's done bad business. But I don't know. Cassie stayed. He should be in jail for the way he beat that girl. That elevator video is vicious. I got 2 daughters. You know, that's something that's just unacceptable. But when people say that he robbed them, that's just a you thing. Sue him, you take him to court. When it comes to these parties, a lot of these people went to these parties. When it comes to the drugs, a lot of people you guys kept going back. And as for Diddy, my thing is to also, why are you stealing from people? Almost had a billionaire status. You got a guy saying that you owe him 30,000, basically 29,000, right? A guy, how can you just not give a guy that kind of money with the money that you're sitting on? I understand that people that worked for him, employees, took that employer abuse. It's understandable due to the fact that if there's people that work shitty jobs that they don't have to. So I can just imagine if you actually have a great salary working at Bad Boy and you want to keep your job, that's understandable. But when you're suing for sexual assault, everything civil, nothing criminal, whether it's Diddy or anybody else, Deshaun Watson, these guys, the last big cases where it has to become a sexual assault. I never believe people that make civil suits because you're only getting money. Why don't you want your suppressor in jail? Why don't you want the guy that caused you this harm to be in jail? You also should get paid. You should get paid for, the brutality, for everything moving forward, for therapy, everything moving forward. But not why also put him in jail? Why do you only want money? Also, like I said, most of those things were just basically looking to make him look bad morally, very bad, with him taking back the stock from his guy, if I'm not mistaken, Kirk. The whole Diddy paying for the funeral, the young lady, if I'm not mistaken, from Danity Kane that he was harassing when she only asked for $5,000 for her custody battle. $5,000 to the average Joe is, it's a couple of dollars. It's not going to change your life, but it's still a couple of dollars. But to a guy like Diddy, that's, it's rain, not even raindrops on a bucket. The guy probably spends $5,000 just, in car payments, or probably more. That's probably his water bill on all his houses. So, the stories also with his son also in this freak offs, but his other son that lets you know who he's more comfortable with. I'm surprised Gene Deal wasn't in this documentary. It's also being rumored that this documentary was also in the open, but due to everything not being settled with Diddy, they didn't know. And then now 50 Cent picking it up. I don't believe 50 Cent really actually did anything but just promote it. All of these guys that were speaking on these articles have been on other platforms speaking on everything that's been happening with Diddy. It's 2025. We all knew that Diddy was a weirdo. Diddy, he goes the other way, not judging the LGBTQ community. It is what it is. We don't judge. But he is an abusive, manipulative guy with a lot of bad morals and a lot of bad things. That still doesn't mean that he should be in jail for any of those things that he was accused of. That's why he was found not guilty. Should he be in jail for DV? Should he be in jail, for all the violent things that he's done? And should they take more investigation and investigate more into the Tupac and Biggie murders? Absolutely. If he has to be convicted and pay for that, then yes. But I personally have always felt that he's just a person with issues, morally issue. His things are morally wrong, but a lot of the people did stay willingly at the end of the day, and they stood for 10 plus years. So it's a two-sided sword. There's a lot of people to blame on both sides. You can't just all blame Diddy. Cassie did get beat in that hallway. It's unacceptable, but 3 to 4 days later, she was in Cancun with a smile on her face. Let's be real. People like to say power, and they get power. One thing about this country, no man has escaped DV. Floyd Mayweather, more money than Diddy, has gone to jail for DV. Especially when there's proof, there's photos, there's videos. Ray Rice got his career basically was over after the elevator incident once it came out. Tyreek Hill almost was on the same boat. We've seen it happen with DV. Once there's actual proof, guys do get slayed. So when she had the footage, I don't know why she didn't do nothing with it. She enjoyed the lifestyle. Let's just call it for what it is. She enjoyed the lifestyle. She didn't want to. It's a big difference going from a guy like Diddy to talk, even to go on a guy like me that works a 9 to 5. You get what I'm saying? You're going from a guy like me that could take you on one vacation a year and I gotta take it on my company time, than a guy that can probably just tell you, okay, just book where we're going and let me know. So at the end of the day, Diddy's morally wrong. He deserves to be in jail for sexual assault, abuse, domestic abuse, and civilly the people that are attacking him for money. Then you have the right. So I just always said that all of these people, you spent 30 years being quiet. And Cassie basically opened the can of worms when Diddy settled with Cassie in under 24 hours. That opened up the can of worms, and everybody felt that they were gonna get the Cassie treatment. That's why the disclaimer kept airing that out of 100 cases, only 77 are still pending, and the rest people have withdrawal, because a lot of people withdraw and thought that they were gonna get that Cassie treatment where they were gonna get a settlement within a week, and that did not happen. So let me know what you guys think in the comments section. It's gonna get spiced up. This is my reaction. I'm probably gonna dive in more into it. Let me know what you guys think.